That's for the sink. Okay, so here we go. All right. So Nathalie, tell us, why did you start Kindleggings?
Well, I was working for many years in the fashion industry and later in athletic apparel. And I was really searching for a sense of contribution.
Right.
I wanted to know that every day I would make an impact, and I couldn't really see and find my purpose in my day-to-day job. And I just always wanted to create my own company. It's a dream that I've had for a very long time. And someday it was just the right time. I've had my 2 kids, and I decided to combine kind of my experience that I had before and really find a purposeful business. And that's how Kindleggings were born.
So tell us a little bit about why Kindleggings is special, and what do you do to make it a social business? How do you give back?
Yes. So the idea was to say that the consumer has so much power to make a difference just by choosing the brands that they want to invest their money in.
Yes.
And our approach was really to say we deeply care about fighting poverty, and we're a brand for women, maybe soon for men's.
Oh, awesome.
But we wanted to support women primarily, and especially in locations where they don't have as much opportunity than in our countries. And so one of the main solutions to fight poverty is to give work.
Right.
Right? Because when you work, you have a sustainable income, and you can kind of support your family and invest in education and health for your community. And that's what women do. Yeah. So the way it works is that we finance and support microfinancing.
Cool.
Microcredits via kiva.org.
Okay, yeah.
And kiva.org is a social crowdfunding platform where you can select the projects.
Oh, neat.
So it's really cool because you can really know who you want to support and get to know their project, and it's not some money that you send away to a big organization and
that disappears and you don't know what happens with it.
Exactly. So we're a small company, so we contribute with small microcredits, but that's the approach that we chose to give back.
Awesome. And every little bit counts. I think people underestimate, just the power of even just small amounts, but collectively, kind of like the compound interest concept, it really does make a difference, especially when you think about how in certain countries, maybe a little bit here goes a long way there. So let's talk about the Kind Festival, because actually that's kind of how I got to know about Kindleggings, and I would love for you to tell our viewers about the Kind Festival.
Yes, it was a very, very positive event. I met a girl called Marisha Dumont, and she's a yoga teacher in Paris. So she was an ambassador for an organization called Yoga Gives Back. And this organization is all about supporting women in India and schoolgirls through microcredits, exactly what we're doing.
Cool.
And that way we thought we want to create something big around yoga. We want people to discover yoga and all the different types that you can find in the city.
Right.
So we asked all our yoga friends, teachers, if they wanted to come and teach at this event. And that's where we gathered around 150 yogis.
It was so cool. It was so cool. I went to the Kind Festival, and there was just a huge line of different teachers and all different styles, like you were saying, and this whole huge room of yogis practicing together. It was just so cool.
And yummy food.
And yummy food. Always a plus.
Yeah. So we had a full day of yoga, basically, and all the profits from the sales ticket were donated to this organization, and it was around $4,000.
So don't fret if you miss the Kind Festival. I understand that you're going to be doing it again.
Yes, next year. the date is booked.
So tell me a little bit about your creative process, because Nathalie creates a lot of different stylish designs for leggings and tops. Like, how do you create such beautiful yoga wear?
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's heartfelt.
I think that my past career within fashion has really pushed me to make them more feminine and try and be an everyday wear as well as your outfit to the yoga studio.
Which we love because it's comfortable.
Exactly.
We love yoga everyday wear.
When we start a collection, I get the inspiration from different fairs in Paris. I go every year to the Première Vision, where I can find really the trends within the industry.
Cool.
Fashion-wise, but also in the athletic and sports.
Right, because
world.
it's both.
Exactly. So once I have those trends, I work very closely with freelancers in the design process and
cool.
with our suppliers, and then we come up with 4 collections to match each season and some small injections to make it more fun.
And tell me a little bit about your plans for Kindleggings. Do you have future projects?
Yes, I have a team now, first of all. So
Congratulations.
Thank you. I'm so happy with them, and it's just a big change in the way that we're structured, because so much more can be accomplished. And we also work very hard on finding a space, a retail space that will be able to showcase our universe, our brand universe, to all the yogis in Paris. Well, I'd love to show you the atelier.
Yay, let's go.
Okay. Collection. We have our basic range with our signature basic. It's the seamless. Cool. So seamless means that there's no seams up here, so it's really comfortable.
Can I see?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
We love the wine red color. Even summer or winter it can work, because it really looks great on brunettes and blondes.
Which is always a good thing.
So we love this style, especially also because of the really big seams. It's flat locks and it's very resistant. We also have the basic range, our Kind ankle, which is much more soft, as you can see.
Oh, it's really soft.
Yes. Almost peachy.
Yeah, it is.
With the new colors of the new collection. We really love this blue.
Oh yeah.
The moon blue.
It's beautiful.
And this is actually a color that has been our inspiration for the whole new range. So we have all these blues coming back, and we got our inspiration from the sacred feminine. So you'll find prints that have this inspiration of, we call in French the astrologie.
Yes.
And it's very easy for us to do those prints because it's digitally printed. We've made a wrap that is kind of cropped and really thin and elegant and soft.
It's very like ballet.
Yes, it's dance inspired, exactly. So people have really been asking for this kind of styles, and sometimes as we're called Kind leggings, people think it's only leggings, but it's not. We also have some small tops.
Some kind tops.
Kind tops. So you're all set. How does it feel?
Amazing. They're so soft.
Yes? Can you feel the support around the waist?
Yeah, definitely. And I love that it's not too tight around the waist, because otherwise you just get muffin top and it's just
muffin top. I didn't know that expression. Can you warrior for me?
Yeah, of course.
Great one.
It feels good.
So this one is ankle size. So it's nice in the summer and it's thinner than the other products that I showed you before. That one is the moon blue. part of the collection and the new colors that we'll have after the sales.
When does the new collection come out?
In August.
Ooh, exciting.
Yes.
Exciting.
Exclusive for you.
So Veggie Magnifique viewers, you are the first to know. So that was our visit to Kindleggings. Thanks so much for joining us on Veggie Magnifique TV. We will see you next time. Bye!